Hello friends, welcome to Intellective Tech. So in this video we will see some more Cognizant AutomataFix questions. Before that I have already uploaded 3 videos related to that. If you have not watch that also, link given in the I button. Okay, so let's start. So this is the next question. Okay, I have already uploaded 11 questions in my previous videos, watch that also. So it is saying given a function makes replace. So this is the argument of this function. The first argument is integer array and the second argument is int length, that is length of the array. It's supposed to replace every element of the array ARR with the maximum value of ARR. Your task is to write the function logic so that it passes all test cases. So here you can see that input ARR is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and the output error is 7777. Why 77? Because it is saying the replace the every element of ARR with the maximum value of ARR. Okay, so what is the maximum value in input ARR? So maximum value is 7, so 7 will be stored in every cells. Okay, and that output array will be returned by this max replace. Okay, come to the code. So what we have done here, so first of all we will find the max value in input ARR, that is this ARR. After finding the max value, we will store that max in every cells of this ARR, and at the end we will return this ARR from this function. Okay, so let's see. So at first line we stored the first value of ARR, that is ARR of 0. So what is the value of ARR of 0? That is 3. Okay, so max will store 3. Okay, after that we are iterating a loop from I int I equal to 1 until less than length. Okay, so it will go from 4 to 7. Okay, at first iteration we will check max less than ARR of I. So value of ARR of I, that is ARR of 1 is 4 and max value is 3, so it is condition is true, 3 less than 4. So what will happen, we will store 4, that is ARR of 1 in max. Okay, now max will hold 4. At second iteration it will again check if max less than ARR of I. Now at second iteration value of I will be 2, so here you can see that ARR of 2 is 5 and max is 4, so it will check 4 less than 5 condition will be true, so it will 5 will be stored in max. Now max will store 5 after second iteration. At third iteration it will check 3 less than 5 because size of here you consider side is 5, so condition is also true. So now max less than ARR of 3, so ARR of 3 is 6 and max is 5, so 5 less than 6 condition is true. Now 6 will be stored in max. Now max will hold 6. Okay, and same it will do for last iteration, that is when value of I will be 4, so it will check 4 less than 5 condition will be true. So we will come inside the loop, it will check 6, that is max value is 6 here, so 6 less than ARR of 4, so ARR of 4 is 7 and max value is 6, so 6 less than 7 condition will be true. Now this 7 will be stored in max. When at next iteration when value of I will be 5, so it will check 5 less than 5 condition will be false and we will exit from this loop. So what we will have max value, that is 7. Okay, after exiting from this loop we will come to this line. So here it is iterating another loop which is going from int I equal to 0 till length minus 1. Okay, and what we are doing inside this loop, in every iteration we are storing the max value in ARR of I. Okay, after exiting from this loop, ARR, that is input ARR, will hold only 7s in every cells. Okay, and at the end we will return that ARR. Okay, so I hope you understood. Let's move to the next question. Come to next question. It is saying write a program to print matrix sum of odd elements whose ith and jth index are same. So here you can see that input format. So first line will have two integers, that is m and n, which will denote the row and column values respectively. And next m lines will have n integers separated with a space in each line. So here you can see the input format. Okay, and output of this input will be 12. Okay, so let's see how we will solve this question. This is our matrix and it is saying print the sum of odd elements whose ith and jth index are same. That means whose row and column value are same. So according to question statement, only diagonal elements will be satisfy the given condition. That means for only diagonal elements the value of ith and jth will be same, otherwise for other elements, so if you consider this element, so value of I, that means row is 0 and column is 1, which is not same. And for 4 here you can see that row value is 0 and column value is 0. For 9 here you can see that row value is 1 and column value is 1, and so on. So we have to consider only diagonal elements. Okay, and if diagonal elements is odd, then we will add that element into sum, otherwise we will ignore that if diagonal elements will be even, because here in the question it is saying print the sum of odd elements. Okay, not even elements. So here you can see that diagonally odd elements is 9 and 3, so if you will add, so you will get 12. So here you can see that the output of this input will be 12. Okay, so let me show the code that will clear you more. Okay, so come to code which I have written in C language. As first line we are declaring a variable row and initializing 0 in that. At second line declaring a variable column and initializing 0 in that. At third line we are taking input for of row and column value and declaring a matrix of size row and column. Okay, After that, come to this line. So here we are iterating a loop int I equal to 0 till I less than row, and inside that loop there is a inner loop int j equal to 0 and j less than column. And what we are doing, so let's suppose value of I is 0 and at first iteration value of j will be 0. So what will happen, so we are taking input and storing matrix at matrix of 0 0. So at matrix of 0 0 4 will be stored, at next iteration value of j will be 1 and value of I will be still 0. So at matrix of 0 1 we will store 5 and so on. Okay, after taking input, come to next line. So here we are declaring a variable sum and initializing 0 in that, and declaring a variable I and j and initializing 0 in both. So for finding the sum we have to target only diagonal elements, because for that only value of I and j will be same. So we are iterating a while loop, and we will first check if while I less than row and j less than column, then we will come inside the loop and we will check matrix of ij mod 2 not equal to 0. That means if matrix of ij will be odd, then we will add that elements into sum. So initially value of I and j will be 0. Okay, so matrix of 0 0, it will check matrix of 0 0 mod 2 not equal to 0. So the condition will be false because it is even not odd. So this if condition will be false, we will come to this line. So here we are incrementing the value of I by 1 and incrementing the value of j by 1. So initially it both was 1 0 0, so both will become 1 and 1. Okay, after that again we will go up and it will check I less than row. So row value is 3 here and column value is 3. So condition is true, I less than 3 and j less than 3. So we will again come inside the loop, and here it will check if matrix of 1 1 mod 2 not equal to 0. So here you can see that matrix of 1 1 is 9. So it is odd, the condition will be true, and we will add the value of matrix of 1 1 in sum. Okay, so it is 9, so it will be added into sum, so sum value will be become 9. Okay, after that we will increment the value of I and j by 1, so it will become 2, and this j will be also become 2, and next iteration it will check 2 less than 3 condition is true and 2 less than 3 condition is true. So we will again come inside the loop and it will check matrix of 2 2 mod 2 not equal to 0. So here you can see that matrix of 2 2 is odd, which is not even, so condition will be true, and we will again add the matrix of 2 2 in sum. So initially sum value is 9, so now it will become 12. Okay, after that we will increment the value of I and j by 1, so it will become 3. I value will become 3 and j value will be become 3. So now 3 less than 3 condition will be false, and we will exit from this loop. And after exit we are printing the value of sum. Okay, so what is the value of sum? Here you can see that value of sum is 12, so it will print 12. Okay, so I hope you understood. So that is enough for today. We will see some more videos in upcoming days. Stay tuned and subscribe Intellective Tech. Thanks for your time. See you in the next video.